The boxes sat on the lawn like tombstones. Naomi pulled into the driveway and stared at her belongings scattered across the grass. She'd mowed 3 days ago. Her grandmother's quilt lay draped over a box, damp from the sprinklers. Brandon opened the door before she reached it. Behind him stood Amber in Naomi's silk robe, smirking. "I packed your stuff," Brandon said flatly. "I think it's better if you stay somewhere else." 6 years of marriage. 6 years of making herself smaller so he could feel bigger. "Amber and I are together now," he continued. 2 years. Give or take. "You need to go." She could tell him right now, show him the deed with her name on it. Reveal that she owned the company paying his salary. That everything he thought he'd built stood on her foundation. But Naomi had learned to never show your cards until you're ready to win. "Okay," she said simply. Brandon blinked, expecting tears or drama. Naomi loaded her boxes steadily, remembering her grandmother's words. "Don't let anyone make you small, baby girl." She drove to her penthouse at the Continental Hotel, called her CFO Richard. "Don't do anything yet," she said. "Long enough for him to get comfortable. Long enough for it to hurt when everything crashes down." Brandon didn't know he'd just declared war on the woman who owned everything he thought was his. The truth was massive. Naomi Baptiste was sole CEO of Baptiste Technologies, worth $3 billion. Her grandmother Dorothy had built it from nothing, teaching Naomi everything before leaving her the empire at 23. She'd hidden behind holding companies and trusts for 10 years, attending board meetings remotely, staying invisible. 3 years into running the company, lonely and tired, she'd created a fake identity mid-level project coordinator, making $75. Zero just to meet someone who might love her for herself. That's when she met Brandon. She'd given him everything. The house through her trust, promotions at her subsidiary, the car, the credit cards, all while playing the supportive wife who packed his lunches. And through it all, he'd been sleeping with Amber for 2 years. Her security chief Jean arrived with evidence, photographs, messages, hotel visits, audio recordings of Brandon mocking her to Amber. "She's so boring, so basic. We just make sense, you know. We're on the same level." Naomi compiled everything, then made one call. Begin phase 1. Employment termination for both. Make it clean and legal. By Tuesday, Brandon and Amber were fired for violating the company morality clause. By Wednesday, Brandon received divorce papers, Naomi asking for nothing. By Friday, he got the eviction notice for the house he'd never owned. His credit cards, corporate accounts, now cancelled. His BMW, company lease, repossessed. Everything he thought he'd earned had come from her. Brandon frantically searched online, piecing it together. BW Holdings Trust, Baptist Technologies, Dorothy Williams, Naomi Williams. His wife was the secret billionaire who owned his entire world. The story went viral. Secret billionaire wife kicked out by clueless husband. Brandon became a cautionary tale, a meme, a joke. His relationship with Amber collapsed immediately. He showed up at Naomi's office weeks later. Desperate. "I'm sorry. I understand now what I lost. You're sorry things turned out this way for you," Naomi said coldly. That's not the same as understanding what you did wrong. She'd moved on. She was dating James, a chef who'd asked her out before knowing who she was. She gave speeches inspiring women to stop hiding their success. She started a foundation in her grandmother's name. When Brandon's lawyer requested spousal support, she paid him $24,000 as a lump sum. "I'm not being generous," she told her lawyer. "I'm paying to make him go away permanently." Months later, at a women's conference, Naomi told her story. Hiding who you are doesn't protect you, it diminishes you. Be big, be loud, be exactly who you are. If someone can't handle your brilliance, that's their problem. Standing ovation. That evening, cooking with James, covered in flour and laughing, he said, "I love you. I love you too," she answered, meaning it not desperate love or performance love, but simple honest love between equals. Years later, when asked about her ex-husband, she'd smile and say, "That was a long time ago. I barely remember it." Brandon Mitchell was just a footnote in the story of Naomi Baptista's brief detour on the road to something real. Her real story was just beginning, and it was beautiful.